back to Use It or Lose It, where I help you keep food out of the landfill and get every penny out of your food dollar. So today I'm doing a riff on a classic Southern dish, which is 3-bean salad. If you've never experienced this, number one, you gotta like beans. But typically it is kidney beans, green beans, wax beans, and onion in a sweet vinegary dressing. But I happen to have part of a head of cabbage, been in there a while, starting to get, dark on the exposed edge. And I'm like, wow, I really got to move that along. And so I am doing a mashup of the 3-bean salad and a vinegar coleslaw. So we're going to add cabbage to that classic 3-bean salad. Feel free to look up a recipe if you need exact measurements. There's a million of them online. You'll have no problem finding one. Me, I like mine a little bit more on the tart side. Typically, they call for equal amounts of white vinegar and sugar, but I am tweaking it a little bit, but we're going to taste it as we go just to see. And the only other ingredients are salt and pepper. You can add celery seed if you want, caraway seed maybe, whatever your heart desires. You can also use any combination of beans that you prefer. Today I'm using small red beans, great northern beans, and green beans. So we're getting multiple colors in there. I've also made it with kidney beans, green beans, and chickpeas. That's another good combination. You can use black beans if you want, whatever combination of beans you prefer. You prefer red wine vinegar to white vinegar? Hey, go crazy. Do that, and olive oil, but I'm going with the classic. So I have a half a cup of sugar here, and 2/3 of a cup of white vinegar, and about a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. So we're going to mix that up first, just to make sure that the sugar is nice and dissolved before we add our other ingredients. I've already sliced up my onions. You want your onions sliced, not chopped, and then sliced for shredded coleslaw. Hey, I cut it off of the head. If you like buying bagged coleslaw, if that's your jam, that's fine. And if it has carrots in it, hooray! Just more color for the party. So we're gonna first unhook the tools that came along for a ride. So I'm just gonna whisk up that dressing. And I'm gonna give it a taste, because maybe I want more vinegar, maybe I need more sugar, maybe I need a little more oil. Who knows? And I even may, because I have a lot of ingredients, I may even double the dressing, but we'll see how that goes, because you don't want it like swimming in the dressing. You want it to be nicely dressed and to make sure everything gets well coated and soaked in. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's just give that a little taste. It's definitely sweet tart. I like mine like that. You may find it a little too tart. You may want to add more sugar, but I'm good with it the way it is. So I have here all of my beans rinsed and drained. So my green beans, my white beans, and my red beans. I'm going to dump those right in. You want to rinse your beans because that solution that the beans are in the can is very, it has a lot of salt and preservatives. So you want to rinse that stuff out. That also means we don't have to add as much salt because, they've been canned with plenty of salt as it is. So in go our onions and cabbage. Ooh. As usual, stuff falling all over the place. Someday I'll get it right. And if you're wondering why my outlets are exposed, I was supposed to get my new backsplash today. However, we ran into a problem with the glass tiles. A lot of them were broken, so that's a project for another day. And I was like, well, why put the outlet covers back on just to take them off again? Okay, so now all we have left to do is stir. And of course, I'm not going to want to eat this until it's had a chance to soak for a couple of hours. Oh, I almost forgot our salt and pepper. And again, if you're wondering about how I'm using this salt, this is a really great way to keep salt handy and make it easy to apply. This is kosher salt, so it's a coarse grain, so it's easy to grab and to just flip around in your food. You try doing that with table salt, it just runs through your fingers. That's no fun. So, there's always like one peppercorn that gets stuck in there. Okay. I happen to really like this stuff, which is a good thing because it does make a lot. This is more like, you know, for a potluck or a family. But another nice thing about this, if you're vegetarian, this has plenty of protein in it. So it's a good vegetarian meal, and it's a good option for your vegetarian friends who are accustomed to eating a lot of beans because it's got lots of protein. And especially as we age, we need to increase our protein because it helps fuel our brains and keep our bodies strong. It's pretty much true of anybody. All right. So it's pretty well mixed. And you know I love colorful food, and this sure meets that criteria. It's really a nice combination of colors and textures. Get back in there, you. Okay, and so that's all there is to it. Another great thing about this, aside from the cabbage and the onion, this is a good pantry meal. You keep these beans in your cabinet, and you'll always have something you can throw together for a potluck or for a quick meatless Monday meal. And there you go. Oops, let me make sure there's beans on top so it's prettier. There we go. And that's it. See? This lovely, colorful salad that I'm really going to enjoy later. And that's another thing. This is great in the summer. No cooking involved, so no heating up the kitchen. That's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Happy eating! Bye.